The others just here don't think, oh, we're going to meditate now. Just think, be very natural. It's just another activity we're going to do. So check the body again from the yogis' experiences over the centuries. All the yogis and yoginis have found this to be most conducive, best in full lotus. And why? It's so practical because everything is aligned nicely and you don't topple over. It's so practical. When you read about Geshe-la Makontrol getting up in his little cave naked for months on end, he doesn't topple over. It's very stable. It's so marvelous. So if you can, as Holiness says, start your session like that, just for a second. It's auspicious. If not, that's fine. One leg up on the other, otherwise regular cross-legged, otherwise sitting in a chair, whatever you can do. So those of us in a chair, have your body upright so you can hold yourself up. If you slump, you just go to sleep. Hands in the meditation, in this gesture, mudra, hand left underneath, right on top if you want. Otherwise, relaxed on your lap as you wish. And then your head, the main thing, your body relaxed, muscles relaxed, body upright, muscles relaxed, body upright. But flop the muscles. And then your head, slightly tilted forward, chin tucked in, tip of the tongue behind the top teeth. It sounds so silly, but it's, again, practical. It's the long-term meditators, they don't have to dribble. It's very practical. Or swallow the spit, something like that. Eyes down, as if you're looking along your nose. So settle into that position and then forget about it, okay? Okay. So as His Holiness says, we can learn all about the mind and this incredible knowledge about the mind in Buddhism. Amazing, for 3,000 years, even before the Buddha. But he says to know your mind, that's another discussion. It's so difficult. So we have to start somewhere. So we start familiarizing ourselves with the thoughts, and that's the grossest level. We live at that level, don't we? They're there 1,000 thoughts a second, but we don't pay attention. So here we're going to pay attention to whatever pops up, but not engage in it. There's very different skills we can use, and this is a really nice one. This is the first part of Mahamudra, just the first. You're going to pay attention. So think, going to pay attention. You don't have to be, good or not good. That's not the point. You start. We pay attention to whatever pops up, and let it come and let it go. But keep your attention very sharp. That's the thing to focus on. And let the thoughts come and let the thoughts go. That's it for a few minutes, please. Keep the attention sharp. So I just think while we're doing this, so we can develop our marvelous potential, so we can be a benefit to others. That's our little motivation that supports this action. So just watch the mind. Sharp, focused, but relaxed. Don't space out. Stay sharp, like alert, like you would on the freeway. You've got to be alert, but relaxed. Don't space out. That's just ignorance. And now with this clear mind, we now do our little visualization, our thinking, our creativity, just using our mind creatively, thinking thoughts. And we're going to think about, like we did yesterday, compassion. And we understand the Buddhist view that every tiny thought counts. In our world, we think thoughts don't matter. We think there's this chaos in there, and as long as you hide it and don't show it to people, it's okay. I can think what I like and I do what I like. That's total, utter nihilism. It's so shocking. When you realize every thought counts, it's so powerful, and you make use of it. Just sitting there having a few nice thoughts. It's not just going in one ear and out the other. It's extraordinary. You're programming your mind. As Lama Urso said yesterday, Buddha didn't use that word, but it's brilliant. That's the meaning of karma. You're programming your mind. So we want to program our mind with goodness and clarity and wisdom. Why not? So we just imagine, if we, to the degree that we understand this embodiment of compassion, this Buddha, enlightened being, embodiment of compassion, light body, radiant light, compassionate eyed one in front, and a mirror image of our potential, all the qualities, all the goodness, all the virtue, all the wisdom, all the clarity, which is in us already, but manifesting. So it's showing us, showing us our potential. It gives courage, optimism. So from the brow, imagine from his brow, he sends radiant beams of laser beams of white light that enter our brow and fill our entire body. And instantly calm the hurt of the body, the pain, the heaviness, heal the body, the sickness. This big lump of stuff that we carry around that feels such a burden sometimes. And then think also it purifies all the imprints in our mind, all the programming of harm we've done with our bodies. Disappeared. It's not intrinsic. It's not set in stone. It's gone. Imagine gone. Totally full of this white light. So sweet. Pervading our body. Purifying. And then imagine that this body of ours now, whoever sees you, touches you, tastes you, smells you, can only be benefited, you know, by your presence. Think the reason to have a body, the bodhisattva style, is to be of benefit to others. So whoever sees you, can you imagine just walking down the street, whoever sees you, hears you, touches you. How amazing. And to not harm. Imagine now not possible to harm others with my body. How incredible. Full of this blissful light, this potential, this possibility. And now from his throat, radiant beams of red light, laser beams that enter your throat and fill you instantly. And this time purify all the nonsense of our speech. This is our biggest one. We mightn't go around raping and killing too many people. But look at our speech, uncontrolled. We're not even aware of what we think until it comes out the mouth often. The damage that we do is so painful. But the damage to ourselves as well, we forget that. So the speech that's not true confuses people, confuses ourselves. Just blurt things out because we want to be seen to know something. Even all the speculating. We're not even sure that what we're saying is true. Is that shop open at 4 o'clock, Rabina? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. And it's open at 3. Oh, I thought it was open at 4. We don't even know. Even little things. We mislead people. So all that purified. All the harsh speech, rude, unkind words to people. And also all the speech behind backs where we feel so comfortable to badmouth people, badmouth the politicians, badmouth the mother, your father, your neighbors, your colleagues, your sister. We love to do that. We feel safe doing that. And what we're doing, we have to remember, the first thing we're doing is harming ourselves. We miss this in the West. we understood this, we'd transform in a second, Why would we want to harm ourselves? Why would we want to harm ourselves? How awful. That's what self-compassion is. Self-compassion isn't just having a nice massage and a bit of a weep. That's good. And a hug. That's good. But stopping harming ourselves by anger and fears, or knowing them or understanding them, welcoming them, changing them, not being afraid of them. So purifying all this speech. And now thinking that whatever I say, even my laugh, even saying good morning can help whoever hears me. They benefit. The birds, the ants, the cockroaches, the humans. How amazing. Full of this blissful red light. The power of speech. We need it badly in our lives, the power of speech. Then we can help others. And we get the power of speech by, one, by being silent, consciously silent, not passive aggressively. Two, by saying positive words. It sounds so corny. It sounds like Pollyanna. It's so profound to consciously say positive words. And by saying mantra, of course, if you have a practice, these powerful Sanskrit sounds that can bless your speech. Then your speech is powerful. Then your speech is beneficial. Full of this red nectar, this red light. And now compassionate one so kindly sends radiant beams of blue light the sky, from the center of his chest to from his heart to our heart. And it instantly fills us, instantly fills us. And as Lama Yeshe says, just like we turn on a light in the room, instantly the darkness is dispelled. Well, same here. Imagine, all the fears, the grasping at I, the sense of a separate me, the loneliness, depression, the anxiety, the dissatisfaction, the arrogance, the low self-esteem, all these things which we're so familiar with, gone like a dream. They have no inherent nature. They're not at the core of my being. They don't define me. They're not who I really am. Disappeared like a puff of smoke, full of this blissful blue light. Now, when they're gone, what's left? There's only space for the rest, which are at the core of our being, which do define us: wisdom and clarity and self-confidence. And the bonus, bliss, joy, fulfillment. It's so simple, but it's almost impossible to understand. It's almost impossible to believe this is possible. This is our natural state: fulfillment, joy, contentment, full of this blissful blue light. And now this compassionate eyed one in front of us comes and sits on our crown and then absorbs through us this energy of compassion, energy of wisdom and goodness, absorbs, and our body, speech, and mind merge, becoming oneness. Same. This is me. And now thinking, now that I've perfected myself, I can help others. This is my job. That's the wisdom wing we've done. And now we do the compassion wing, action. Put our money where our mouth is. So think of all the beings in the universe in terms of their being the friends, enemies, and strangers. There's no fourth category. Objects of our attachment, objects of our aversion, and objects of our indifference. In front, behind, above, below, to the left and right, pervading space. All sentient beings. So in reality, they're the same from the perspective, one perspective. They're equal from one perspective. They wish to be happy and not suffer. From that perspective, they're the same. So see that. And because of that, want to help each one. So to send out from our hearts trillions of little tiny compassionate eyed ones, little Chenrezig, little Buddhas, little compassion Buddhas going out, entering the hearts of the of the wackos, the evil ones, the psychopaths, all these Greek words we have for these people, the suffering ones, sending out, relieving their pain, giving them whatever they need to be happy. Because when we understand this Buddhist, the view of karma, we realize that first we harm ourselves. We harm ourselves. So when you know you harm yourself with your depression and anxiety and anger and despair, then you know that others harm themselves. Bodhisattvas have even more compassion for the harmer than the harmed. It's hard to see, but it's powerful. Then we can only have compassion for everybody. It's logical. We harm ourselves. And this is the worst suffering that we don't realize it. This is the worst suffering, not realizing that we harm ourselves and that we can cause ourselves happiness, that we're the boss. This is the worst, most painful ignorance. So then all the friends, transform them, take their pain away, give them whatever they need. See them relieved of suffering, full of happiness. Trillions of tiny little compassionate eyed ones coming out from your heart. And then all the strangers, above, below, behind, in front, to the sides, transforming each one. Amazing. And they all turn into compassionate eyed one. They all turn into Chenrezig. They all turn into the Buddha of compassion. Radiant, light, clear. How amazing. And just a few times this little mantra, the Sanskrit sounds that represent this energy of compassion. Light pouring out from the sound as well, blessing them all. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And they all absorb from in all the corners of the universe. They all absorb this energy into you, enhancing even more brilliantly your compassionate nature. Compassionate nature. Just imagine that, full of all of them, all turn into you. They all absorb into you, right there, just like that. And now you, your mind, your consciousness, your perfect, blissful, clear nature. Now think it expands to fill the universe. There's nowhere it can't be. It's limitless, all pervading, infinitely clear, infinitely compassionate, infinitely wise, infinitely blissful. Imagine that. Abide in that. No thoughts. Vast, clear, limitless. And then think, open my eyes and start living my day. So then we now have these marvelous thoughts, these four immeasurable thoughts. So we think we'll do the longer one for each of the four. How wonderful it would be if all beings could abide in equanimity, free of attachment, ignorance, and hatred. May they abide so. And then this brave. The next one is this brave attitude of the bodhisattva. I will make this happen. The courage of a bodhisattva. I will make this happen. It's my job. Please, Lama Chenrezig, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all beings could be free of suffering and its causes. May they be free. I will make this happen. Please, Lama Chenrezig, bless me to be able to do this. That's compassion. May they be free from suffering. And now love. May they be happy. How wonderful it would be if all beings could be happy, could have happiness and its causes. And Lama Zopa says, including enlightenment, finally. May they have them. I will make this happen. Please, Lama Chenrezig, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all beings were never parted from higher rebirths and liberation's excellent bliss. May they never be parted. I will make this happen. Please, Lama Chenrezig, bless me to be able to do this. So for this reason, we eat our breakfast, enjoy it, think of getting fat and healthy so we can do this job. And then we can talk later. We'll do this one. We'll try and see the brave. We'll talk about how to get this courage of the bodhisattvas, this brave attitude of compassion, and how it can be of benefit to oneself. When I first heard the teachings about this bodhicitta business, I thought these people are ridiculous. How can they talk like this? These levels of compassion that seemed impossible. And then I heard the Dalai Lama say, if you want to help others, practice compassion. You want to help yourself, practice compassion. I thought, great, that's the leg up onto it. We have to start with that. But we in the West, we get embarrassed about that. We say, oh, that sounds selfish, we say. It's not selfish, it's intelligent, It gives incredible courage. We know that it's completely different. We understand that it's completely different, We are the beneficiaries of it, and then we can be a benefit to others. So we'll talk about that when I come back.